Hey everybody, today I'm going to be doing fuel injectors. These are the Injector Dynamics ID850s. I got them from a guy, had them in his Corvette. He said there was 300 miles on them. So because they have mileage at all, I'm going to be changing the O-rings out, if I can get them off, with the new ones. I got these from Fuel Injector Services, I believe. I don't think that's going to work. Yeah, that's better. Just be careful pulling it over that end there. Get it started and roll it off with my finger. So I do my best to change seals on anything when I take them out. Even though he had 300 miles on it, I still think they need new O-rings. I'm not going to take a chance, put it all together to find out the O-rings don't seal. I'm going to keep that tweezer away from the actual injector. I don't want to touch or mar that at all. I don't want to mar this either, although that's not the sealing surface, the O-ring is. Make sure your gloves are clean, the work surface is clean. I cleaned all this before I put the paper towel down. Just get all these O-rings off. I have these numbered from the bag. Doesn't matter. I mean, when he did his flow test on them, the report was really general. It was kind of comical, actually. If they would have flowed different rates, maybe that's something I could have taken to my tuner, so he has information he needs. But I don't, so get all these done and then put the O-rings on. It's a new O-ring, they just snap right on. Like, no big deal, just pop them on. Guess that's how you do it. I don't know, I didn't research this part. I mean, it's an O-ring. As long as you don't tear it, probably be good. These are probably going to be a little harder to do. Yeah, definitely harder to do. So, that's what they look like. I'm still trying to avoid rubbing on that tip. Maybe they have some kind of installer, I don't know. But I'm just rolling the O-ring around, rolling it onto it, making sure it's not twisted when it's done. You can see the O-ring has a seam on the blue one. So, well, I'll finish doing these and bring the fuel rail up here and take out the old ones. All right, well, I removed the clips, and the old injectors, they weren't coming out very easy. I had to go check out a couple videos to make sure what I was thinking needed to happen was what actually needed to happen, and that they wasn't being locked in by some other means. It did take quite a bit of force just pulling up, and I'll show you that on the second rail. I'm leaving that so I can show you. These are the new ones. Now, there's still fuel in this. There's still fuel up here, even though there's not any in the feed line. So I poured a little bit of it out just so I don't spill it all over myself. And these little cups are still quite wet with fuel. So the O-ring is actually going in very smoothly. I'm not putting anything on it. I guess there is a type of grease that you can put on if you want, made by certain injector companies. I'm just kind of twirling it around there. See, make sure you can see that. Just kind of swirling it around in that cup and getting a little fuel on it. I mean, what better lubricant than what it's going to be in? And just pressing straight down. It's very, very smooth. I can tell the O-ring isn't rolling, and then it's just sitting in there, and it just stops right there. And the clip goes back on. There is a notch in the fuel injector. You can see that little notch right there where my pointer is? That's where the clip goes. And the electrical connections go to the outside. That's why I left this the way it is, so I don't go and screw that up. It's actually very easy to do this. This is not a difficult task by any means. Let's get that in the little groove there and pop it on. Clip. That's it. That side's done. Time for the other. So these are the old ones. Let's not get those mixed up. Those are the O-rings. Now the O-rings did stay in the cups. I just fished them out with the pick, being very careful I didn't scratch the metal. I didn't want to do that. I don't want the O-ring trying to seal against a scratch. So I just kind of worked them around a little bit. So let me show you what kind of force this takes. You would think they would just slide out, but they don't. Okay, well that one wasn't bad. There goes fuel all over the counter. Okay, now I'm gonna go dump the fuel out in case I contaminated it. On fuel injectors, there is a micro screen in there to act as a secondary filter or maybe a third filter, but I don't want to do that. So I'm just going to take and dump the fuel that's in this rail in case there's any contaminants. Hopefully it'll get poured out. All right, so I didn't dump out all the fuel. I didn't think it was necessary, but I did definitely flood these cups with fresh fuel from inside the rail. Nice. Let's get these out of here. Interesting that all these came out with the O-rings, so I didn't have any problem with those. Get a little gasoline on them. And I'm just going to push straight in, line it up. Get a little gasoline on them. Push straight in. Got some gas coming out of that one. That's it. Get the clips on and it will be ready to be installed onto the manifold, supercharger manifold. All right, so here I'm just taking the old ones. You can see the little bit of carbon on the tip. Actually kind of dirty. I'm just going to put them in the bags that the tested ones came in. Keep them clean. Keep them from drying out. And then once I know that the car is running on the 850s, some people would like to have these. I'll just put them up for sale with the mileage listed. Some people want the size. I believe they're 57 pound is what they are. So people want to tune up a car and need this particular size, and they don't want to pay for brand new injectors. Well, these were good and working. So I'll get a couple bucks for them, help offset the cost of of all my mods. Of course, I would suggest to them that they get them cleaned and flow tested, lubricated. So I want to make sure I get them out to them within the next month. They don't have an expiration per se, but it's just good practice to get them taken care of so they don't dry out. Last thing run through these injectors was non-ethanol fuel, so there's no ethanol in them, so there shouldn't be any attractant to water that, come on, get in there. Ethanol has a tendency of attracting water, so these shouldn't do that. They're a little better than just regular E10. All right, well, let me go and get the fuel rail put on. All right, well, we got the rail in. So it was kind of being a little bit of a pain at first. So I went ahead and lubricated the bore on where each one goes. I completely cleaned them first of all, and then blew them out with compressed air gently. I didn't want to blow a bunch of dust all over. And then also cleaned out this area and down my runners as well. Got rid of any dust and debris. The garage is fairly clean, but I mean, stuff settles. So cleaned that out. And then I did have to use some lubricant in here. Like I said, they probably have something specific. I didn't. I tried some light, like fogging oil, and that didn't work out very good. It just didn't respond to it very well. And I ended up using a little bit of the slick assembly lube that I put on the cam. Just put a little bit on my pinky and put my pinky down in there and kind of worked it around. And they like that. They just slipped right in. Just a little bit. It doesn't have to be flowing all over. Just enough to get it slick so the O-ring will get by it. And that's it. Just push down the rail and it kind of popped in. And now I'm going to put the hardware, I think I can put that in now, and get the blower up there. And that'll be another video. Thanks for stopping by, learning about the injectors with me. Appreciate your views.